Hello, welcome to Daddy and the Don. Today we're here to preview the Carabao Cup final this Sunday between Chelsea and Liverpool. Before we get to that, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already done so, what are you doing? Leave a like, comment and share. Anyway, we also have a few appearances from other people on today's show. We're going to be hearing in depth from Chelsea fan Hanif and MACA and Liverpool fan Ren. We also have a few neutrals with their prediction and preview. Very brief ones, some are a little bit longer. We also have Munzie Talks back on here, obviously Hanif as well. So again, if you don't already subscribe to them, give them subscribe. Anyway, I'll start things off. I do think this is going to be a good game to watch. I think very entertaining. It's going to be very open. I think Chelsea are improving again. They've changed the system because they don't have their best wing backs. It makes sense. I think they're definitely going to have a good season because they've won cups. But they're definitely going to finish third this year. Liverpool back in the title race, playing great football, on great form, looking for their first domestic cup under Klopp, and I think they'll get it. I don't think this will be close in the scoreline because I think Liverpool will get a few late goals on, but I do think the game will be very tight, maybe a draw for most of the game. So I'm going to go for a win for Liverpool. I'm going to say 3-1. I think it'll be 1-0 at half time. Maybe Mane and I'm going to say Jorginho penalty, and then near the end, 2 goals from Mohamed Salah, maybe in the last 15 minutes. Liverpool win the League Cup, first League Cup under Klopp, and there you go. Anyway, let's hear from everyone else. Make sure you subscribe, guys.
Chelsea v Liverpool Carabao Cup final on Sunday. It's going to be a very, very, very tough game for both. I think it's going to be a really good game. The formation is just Liverpool, slightly ahead of Chelsea at the moment, but it's a final. Anything goes, everything goes out the window with form, etc., etc. And I always back Chelsea in the final. Obviously, being my club I support, but I think it's going to be an entertaining game. Obviously, a lot of people will side with Liverpool. A lot of people will punt on Liverpool, and I totally understand why. Obviously, they've recently just got Salah and Mane back. Their new son Diaz looks really, really good. And fair play to Klopp. He's doing a fantastic job as always. And they're going to definitely be a hard team to beat. My concern for Chelsea is the fact that Lukaku didn't want to sign him in the first place, but they did this static. He was got about 7 or 9 touches we had in the whole game. That's awful. But all it takes is a goal in this game could just rejuvenate his Chelsea career again. But it's going to be tough for us. But again, as I said in the final, anything goes. I felt that the Champions League final when we played against Man City was tougher. But I felt confident in that. And yes, I might be using my heart over my head right now, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea win. I can see it being end-to-end. I can see, again, for a neutral, I think it's going to be a fantastic game. But my only concern, again, moving forward is if we don't score early enough, they could just beat us 2-3-0. Defensively sound, we're good. You could go to penalties, 0-0 penalties. I'll still take it because there's a win, but I'm going to go a bit of a bias side here. I'm going 2-1 Chelsea. I'm actually going to go for Lukaku to score a goal. And then I'm going to go for Havertz to get our second. And I'm going to have Mane to get Liverpool's goal. And again, if Jota can't make the team because he's still injured, that could be a massive, massive advantage for Chelsea. But as I said, it should be a good game for the mutual, and I just hope that, being a Chelsea fan, being a bit biased here, we get the win and another domestic trophy in the cabinet. So, my final prediction, Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1.
Hi, Daddy and the Dons. Thanks for having me back. I think this game is going to be big. Chelsea have just come off a win in the Super Cup, World Cup and Champions League, so they are already in the mode of winning cups. It's going to be a very big game for both teams. A lot of people overlook this cup, but I'm a big believer in battling for all cups, and this one here is the first of many, and it's the quickest one to win. This game is going to be potentially very cagey because Chelsea haven't been the best in recent games, but as you can see, midweek in the Champions League game, they have got the firepower to hit you on the break. And with our high line, sometimes I get a bit worried. But because now a lot of the teams coming back, it may give us a bit more extra firepower. Plus, we have a couple of our main guys that can control the game coming back. We have Diaz, who's new, and that's something that the Chelsea team haven't come up against yet. So Harvey Elliott, these could potentially be our secret weapons in this game, among others. We are obviously still waiting to hear if Jota and Firmino will be able to be available. But right now we're looking good as is. I think what will happen in this game, I think it definitely will be down to the middle of the park in terms of who comes out and takes the fight to the other team. We're both on neutral ground, so no one's ground is going to potentially give them that advantage. But I believe that this game will be won in midfield. It will be an open game, but a very cagey one at the beginning, and then I think we'll go for it in the second half. This game, because Chelsea are on a high and they've tasted the victory of lifting a few cups already, I think they're going to want that again. But I think we need to get this cup in our locker, because I believe if Liverpool win this game Sunday, it will push us on to potentially push for 4 trophies. Because once our team has that sniff of victory and you see the celebrations from the fans, I think we can go on. I think the game, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool. I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool. I believe the goals will come from Mane and Salah. And on their side, I believe it will come from Havertz. But I believe this game is going to be a very good game. Potentially cage at the beginning, but then in the second half, both teams will want it. Signing out. Thank you.
Hi, it's Munsey from Munsey Talks, and I'm previewing the Carabao Cup final between Liverpool and Chelsea. Both teams are on form in the league and in the European. Liverpool beat Inter Milan in the European Cup, and also Chelsea have won the European Club Cup, and both in the league have had good wins as well, both on form. The last game in the previous round, Chelsea beat Spurs 3-0 over 2 legs. Spurs didn't really put up a fight, but Chelsea managed to get a job done. Liverpool beat Arsenal. They drew the first leg 0-0, but they won the second leg 2-0 and managed to get through. Both these clubs have won the Carabao Cup quite a few times. The most that the Carabao Cup has been won is by Liverpool and Man City, both 8. Chelsea have won it 5 times. I think it's going to be a close affair. Plenty of goals. I'm going to go for Chelsea. Going to sneak it 2-1, and they will win the Carabao Cup.
The first major silverware of the domestic season is up for grabs. It's Chelsea, Liverpool. Should be a captivating affair, as the Anfield outfit target a record-breaking 9th title in the competition against the reigning, defending Champions League holders Chelsea this Sunday. Jurgen Klopp's men will be hungry for domestic silverware, having not won the competition since 2012. Yet, face Thomas Tuchel's Blues, who earned a fifth Cup's success in 2015 and will be equally as determined to be the side to end Manchester City's 4-year monopoly on the trophy. The stage is set for a blockbuster finale, and let's see what happens. I believe Chelsea Football Club will beat Liverpool 2-1. But it all comes down to whether Thomas Tuchel keeps the Blues on their toes and somehow, some way stop Mane, Salah and Firmino at bay. I give you the Carabao Cup. Here we go!
So Chelsea versus Liverpool, League Cup final. Obviously both teams have played each other twice this year already and both times ended in draw, so should be another tight game ahead. I think on current form, obviously all signs are pointing towards Liverpool as they've been putting teams to bed with relative ease. Chelsea have been struggling a little bit in front of goal, dominating games but not quite getting the goals, so if all goes well, should be not a comfortable win for Liverpool, but a routine win, I suppose. So 2-1, 3-1. I'm going to go for 3-1. But again, I would not be surprised if Chelsea pulled this one out. They have a habit of winning games that they're not fancied for, just like the Champions League final last year. So they do turn up in the big games. But I think if all goes to form, Liverpool will take this one 3-1.
Carabao Cup final preview, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Two obviously the best teams in England playing off against each other in the final of the Cup. I think it's going to be a tight affair. For me it's difficult to know which way it's going to go. I don't know what to say really. I think Liverpool obviously with their players back from the AFCONs will give them an advantage. Chelsea, they know how to win these competitions. You know, they've won the Champions League under Tuchel, so he'll know how to get it done. And then Klopp is a serial winner, so he'll know how to get it done as well. If I go for prediction, I think I'm going to go for Liverpool to win this one 2-1 after extra time.
Prediction for Chelsea versus Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. I think it will be a tight game. Nothing much in it. Probably be decided on penalties, to be fair. Chelsea obviously played in the week, 1-2-0. Liverpool had a bit of a break. But yeah, I still think it'll be decided on penalties. Liverpool just taking it.
Yes. Football Bandit in the house. Shout out to Daddy and the Don. Carabao Cup final, Chelsea, Liverpool. Easy. That's going to be a Liverpool. It's got Liverpool written all over it. 3-1. That's my prediction to Liverpool. They are on fire. Carabao Cup, who cares about it? What can it do for any team's progress? All the same, I'm sure this dude Klopp would like to see some silverware in his cabinet. 3-1, Liverpool versus Chelsea, Carabao Cup final. Daddy and the Don, Football Bandit.